Hello and welcome to the McAlpine Stadium, Huddersfield, for the clash of near neighbours, Huddersfield and Halifax. The Silk Cup Challenge Cup today reaches round 4 with the big boys entering today, and Halifax must feel slightly apprehensive of facing a resurgent Fartown side who remain unbeaten since the turn of the year. Halifax are without influential skipper Carl Harrison, who suffered knee ligament injury which will keep him out for the next 10 weeks at Salford last week in a defeat. But Huddersfield, with 4 wins and last week's excellent 22-all draw at Hull KR, keeping themselves well abreast of the promotion hunt in Division 2. Huddersfield's squad contains several ex-Strum haulers: Greg Austin, Mick Taylor, Richard Pearson, and injured goal kicker Greg Pearce, who just missed a place on the bench as he failed to come through a very late fitness test on his injured stomach. Huddersfield are quietly confident of bringing a surprise in front of an expected bumper crowd. Today's teams are: for Huddersfield, number 1, Phil Hellawell; number 2, Ian Thomas; number 3, Darryl Shelford; number 4, Greg Austin; number 5, Simon Reynolds; number 6, Dean Hanger; number 7, Steve Kerry; number 8, Dave King; number 9, Lee St Hilaire; number 10, Andy Pusel; number 11, Basil Richards; number 12, Mick Taylor; number 13, Richard Pearson. The 2 substitutes for Huddersfield are number 14, Ben Barton, and number 15, Martin Maders. Halifax are represented by number 1, fullback Craig Dean; number 2, winger John Bentley; number 3, John Schuster; number 4, Carl Gillespie; number 5, Richard Smith; number 6, Michael Hagan; number 7, Wayne Parker; number 8, Paul Moriarty; number 9, Paul Rowley; number 10, John Fieldhouse; number 11, Simon Baldwin; number 12, Mark Perrett; number 13, Gary Devote. The 2 substitutes for Halifax are number 14, Roy Southernwood, and number 15, Craig Turner. Today's referee hails from Wigan. He's Mr David Campbell, and his 2 touch judges are, with the red flag, Mr F.J. Hawley, and the yellow flag will be Mr P. Brooks. And as the team from Fartown come out onto the pitch, to a rapturous welcome from the home crowd. Just to await the appearance of the referee in Halifax. Here come the Plum Haulers for today's clash. Team led out by skipper number 2, John Bentley, the winger, who's just come back from the Sevens down in Australia, where he represented Great Britain. Today's referee, Mr Campbell. St Helens born Mr Campbell had both the Challenge Cup and the Regal finals during last season. Mr Campbell has been a Grade 1 whistler for 15 seasons. The betting for today. The betting on this season's Challenge Court Trophy so far. William Hill still make Wigan odds-on favourites for the Silk Cup Challenge Cup, despite yesterday's shock 16-all draw at Central Park against 16-1 chance at St Helens. Leeds are second favourite at 4-1, whilst today's opponents, Halifax, are 4th in the bookies list at 12-1. Fartown, unfortunately, only rank as 500-1 outsiders to lift the Silk Cup Challenge Cup for the first time in 42 years. Fate seems to be helping Halifax all it can, although their fans may wonder how. When Huddersfield played St Helens in the Regal Trophy, Saints had just suffered at the hands of Salford the previous week. As we all know, last week, Halifax went down 27-24 at home to Salford. Unfortunately, Saints took it out on Fartown. Question is, will Halifax do the same? And we've had the toss-up, and Halifax have elected to kick towards the wind in this first half. And Huddersfield will get the kick-off. Steve Kerry making his traditional pyramid. Halifax in their traditional light blue and white hoops. Huddersfield in the traditional Claverton gold. Halifax haven't been past the 4th round since they were runners-up to Wigan in 1988. Last season's 4th round appearance, a 23-16 defeat by St Helens, signals Huddersfield's best progression in the Cup for 15 years. So we're on the way. Halifax bringing the ball back into play from the kick-off from Steve Curry. It's number 3, Schuster. Look at Paul Rowley fetching the ball into action. John Fieldhouse. Good running from the Halifax man. Kick through there from Wayne Parker. The Halifax scrum half. Ian Thomas gets the first butt touch of the ball today. Comes in field and loses it. Penalty for head-high challenge, surely there. Mr. Campbell awarding a penalty for the head-high challenge, coming over the top on Thomas. Halifax penalised there for their eagerness to get to the ball and prove that they're worthy of the place in the next round of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup. Halifax currently lying third in the Rugby League Stonesbridge Championship, behind only Leeds and Wigan. Huddersfield get the ball inside the 20. This is Kerry. Finds Dean Hanger. Good determined tackling from Halifax. Mick Taylor. Kerry gives it to Austin. Austin playing against his former club. Finds Richard Pearson also against his former club. Eager to prove that they were wrong to let him go. Unfortunately dropping the ball just outside the try area. Number 5, Richard Smith with the ball. Drop ball there from Paul Moriarty. Ball went back. Halifax still with possession. This is Mark Perrott. John Fieldhouse. No support there for Michael Hagan. Wayne Parker had support from Fieldhouse, still gets the ball out. Good move in here from Halifax. This is Gary Gillespie. Gillespie born from Shaftesbury, playing against his hometown club. Side set there from Richard Smith. Halifax just brought down a yard from the touchline. Mr. Campbell draws it back, must have been a knock on there, be a scrum down on the 20. This is Basil Richards, good running from Richards. Hanger. Huddersfield still in possession in their own half. Dave King. To Steve Kerry. Mick Taylor with the ball, bringing it in. Shelford goes on his own, he's got support from Thomas if he wants it. Gary Gillespie penalised there for offside. This young man was born in Slathwaite, just 5 miles from the ground. Chose to play for Halifax. He's a former Huddersfield YMCA player. St-Hilaire finds Hallowell. Hallowell to the 20. St-Hilaire. He's got Mick Taylor, good running from Taylor. Kerry finds Hanger, he's got support from Simon Reynolds if he wants it. Decides to take it in himself. Gains extra yardage. Just Kerry to King. King takes it in, finds Kerry. Kerry's through. Kerry scores a try. But it's disallowed by Mr. Campbell. Knock on and drop ball. Failed to put it down before he dropped it. The teams will come back to the 20. Halifax on the move again. This is John Bentley. So after 5 minutes, both teams remain on 0 Although Huddersfield have had the ball over the line. And were penalised for a drop ball. Get on with it, Mr. Campbell says. To Simon Baldwin. Good running from the Thromallers, second row of that. Here comes Paul Rowley. Nothing seems to stop this man. Oh, good tackle there by Phil Hallowell. Puts him down on the 10. Wayne Park has got support. Kicks through. Ball goes out. That'll be a drop out on the 20. Or a tap on the 20, sorry. The ball just going out before Richard Smith could get his hands on it. So we get the action going again. Huddersfield now on the 40 metres. Halifax penalised for holding down. Kerry kicks for touch. Huddersfield will start again 30 metres out from the Halifax line. This is Andy Pusel. Dave King. King goes down under the challenger Fieldhouse there. Hanger basing for the gap, makes it 10 metres, breaks the tackle of the Halifax man. But he's stopped by another man. Pearson with the ball, keeps possession. Huddersfield 3 metres out, what can they do from this position? Ball comes out to Kerry, who switches it back inside to King. King finds Lee St Hilaire, a metre from the line, looking for support, holds the ball. And knocked to the ground by Wayne Parker. Huddersfield still in possession. Kerry finds Austin. Austin goes for the gap. Austin goes over. Austin goes over to score the first try of the afternoon against his former club. Greg Austin puts Huddersfield 4 points up. Good work by Lee St Hilaire, holding the ball up about a metre out. Kerry find King, find Austin. Austin saw the gap and went for it. Went over under the challenge of John Bentley. Huddersfield lead after 8 minutes, 4 points to nil. Awaiting the conversion attempt by Steve Curry. Curry was this week voted the Fartown Flyers Man of the Month. The Fartown Flyers, of course, as we all know, is the Huddersfield travel section. I understand that everybody that travels on the coaches to the away matches is given a voting slip and gets to hand in during the journey. Choose the 1, 2 and 3, and whoever gets the most points at the end of the month is awarded the Fartown Flyers Man of the Match. And this man who's about to take the kick, Steve Kerry, is that man. Kerry kicks. And both touch judges looking at each other but decide to award the kick. Huddersfield now leads 6 points to nil after 8 minutes. So could the 500 to 1 outsiders upset the 12 to 1 fourth favourites in this competition? So this will be John Schuster with the kick. The ball falls off the mound. Schuster, the 31-year-old points machine, ex-Newcastle Knights player. Broke the Halifax scoring record for a number of points scored in a match against Doncaster earlier this season when he put 32 points over. Ten of the 20 of his points coming in 10 goals, and the other 3 coming under tries. This is Mick Taylor with the ball. 10 minutes gone. Huddersfield leads 6 points to 0. Halifax have a man down. That's John Fieldhouse. Kick through for fullback Craig Dean to collect. Lets the ball go out. Of course, Halifax today without their influential skipper Carl Harrison. Harrison will be out for at least 3 months following damage he sustained to his knee ligaments last week at Salford. And Salford beat the Thrumallers 27-24. This is Wayne Parker with the ball. Parker makes the halfway. Number 9, Paul Rowley takes the ball himself. Penalty to Halifax for crossing. Parker with a kick for touch. So Huddersfield line up on their own 20 to face the onslaught of Paul Moriarty, the former Welsh Rugby Union star. Moriarty signed for Halifax this past summer for a fee regulated by the transfer tribunal. That's Gary Gillespie. Mark Perrott finds Parker. Perrott gets the ball back, looking for a way through this Huddersfield line. He's brought down by number 3, Darryl Shelford. Halifax on the 10 metres. Michael Hagan looking for support. None was coming. Wayne Parker. And this is Kelly. Kelly's free to run. Kelly's free to run. Can he beat Richard Smith? Finds Ian Thomas. Thomas has got the beating of Smith. He's going for the corner. He changed direction. Excellent try for Ian Thomas. Mistake there by Mark Perrott. Gave the ball to Steve Kelly. On the 20 metre. Kelly had the beating of Smith. He had Thomas coming up on the inside. And Thomas beat Richard Smith to the line. Excellent try for the Huddersfield veteran, Ian Thomas. This is a sensational score for Huddersfield. After 13 minutes, they lead the Thrumallers by 10 points. 10 points to 0. Awaiting the conversion attempt by Steve Kelly. Well done, Ian Thomas. Are the bookies going to be upset by the performance of Huddersfield? Huddersfield, of course, have not been beaten this year. 1995, the last beating was at home to Keighley Cougars on New Year's Eve. And they haven't lost since. 4 wins and a draw. Kerry with the kick. Pushes it just wide of this near post. So what will Halifax do? Trailing 10 points to 0 against their local rivals Huddersfield. Halifax the Premier Division, Huddersfield the Second Division. That's certainly warmed the fans of Huddersfield up. Schuster lines up the mound, ready for the kick. And the cameraman is ecstatic here. Thomas with the ball, runs in again. They'll not let that man run again if they can help it, will Halifax. So 15 minutes gone, Huddersfield lead 10 points to 0 against the Premier team, Halifax. Basil Richards looking for support. Fieldhouse had him on the neck there slightly. But the referee says play on. Offside against Halifax. Halifax once again penalised for offside. Kerry with a kick for touch. Huddersfield trying to take advantage of these blustery conditions. Will face a much sterner test in the second half, playing into the wind. Halifax will try and keep the score down as much as they can, hoping to gain an advantage from the wind in the second half. This is Mark Perrott with the ball. It was his mistake that led to the try for Ian Thomas. Parker has support from his hooker if he wants it, Paul Rowley. This is Paul Moriarty, the big Welshman. Finds Rowley. Gets the ball back to number 13, Gary Devarte. This is number 11, Simon Baldwin. To number 1, Craig Dean, the Halifax fullback. Gets the ball out to Paul Rowley. Huddersfield are allowing Halifax too much time to pass the ball out of the tackle. They can't do this against a Premier team if they've got any ambition to get through to the next round. Schuster with the up and under. The ball goes back in this strong wind. Collected by Gary Gillespie. Thomas tackles. That'll be a handover, will it? Handover. Huddersfield with the possession. Shelford finds Phil Ellawell. Ellawell, the Huddersfield fullback. Lee St Hilaire with the ball. Finds Big Dave King. Charges into the Halifax team. Pusel wants it. Pusel gets it. Throws the ball out. Mistake there by Pusel. Trying to find Simon Reynolds. Halifax gain possession once again. Just outside the 20 metres. This is John Bentley. Bentley, the international winger. Still in possession. Fighting his way through under the tackle of 3 Fartown players. Parker finds Fieldhouse. Dummies. Backs to Parker. Halifax on the 10. Penalty to Halifax. Yellow card. Greg Austin gets sent off for interference at play the ball. I understand all referees have been instructed that any interference at the play of the ball means an automatic sin bin. So Greg Austin will sit out for the next 10 minutes, anxiously watching his Fartown teammates, seeing if they can hold up this blue line of attack. Schuster has chosen to go for the 2 points, which means Halifax, if he makes it, will receive the ball once again. Of course, if he fails, it'll be a tap, and Huddersfield will have possession. So Schuster lines up the ball. Greg Austin will be disappointed that he's been sin-binned against his former team, well, one of his former teams, Halifax. The popular centre has become a firm favourite since signing from Salford. Schuster with a kick. Kicks into the strong wind. A good kick there by Schuster for the penalty. So after 18 minutes, 19 minutes gone on the clock, Huddersfield still have that 8-point advantage. Huddersfield 10, Halifax 2. Halifax have it all to do. Huddersfield down to 12 men with the sending off of Greg Austin for 10 minutes. He'll sit out for 10 minutes in the sin bin. That ball went straight out of the back, so it'll be penalty to Halifax on the halfway line. Huddersfield have to retreat 10 yards. Referee Mr. Camel calls for a spare ball. This is Moriarty. Charges in. Richard Pearson brings him down on the 40 metres. Fieldhouse. Back into Rowley, who finds Gary Gillespie. No support on the outside. Richard Smith, if he'd have been playing his winger's role, could have had a clear run through there perhaps. This is John Schuster. Good running by Schuster, has got support on the outside. decides to put the ball inside to Craig Dean, who makes a complete hash of it on the 10 metres. That'll be a scrum down for the knock-on. Huddersfield will get the head and ball. Hopefully get possession from this scrum. It's Simon Reynolds. Huddersfield fighting to bring the ball out of their own 20 metres. Richard Pearson throws the ball to Darryl Shelford. Shelford misses it and Thomas gets the ball. Feels the way to Gary Gillespie, the young man from Slathwaite. Darryl Shelford. Was that a fist that went in? Referee Mr Campbell says play on. Dave King carries on the ball. Gets the ball back to Dean Hanger. Hanger still in possession, just short of the halfway. Good territorial advantage this by Huddersfield. Down to 12 men since the sin binning of Greg Austin, and this is Phil Halliwell all the way through. Finds Lee Sinclair, who's brought down a metre from the Halifax line. Penalty to Huddersfield, surely, for holding down at the play of the ball. That is interference at the touchline. Surely he's got to come off as well. Halifax also down to 10 men. 21 minutes gone, both teams down to 12 men. I'm thinking of the other code there, football for a minute. Both teams are out, influential players. Huddersfield without the Greg Austin. Halifax without Wayne Parker. Meanwhile, Steve Kerry brings the ball back to just inside the 10 metres for an attempt at the penalty kick, which will put Huddersfield back 10 points in front. Kerry with the kick. And the wind blows the ball off the mound once again. So both teams back to level numbers on the pitch. Kerry with a kick. Easy meet for a kicker of the class of Steve Kerry. So how will both teams adjust to being a man short on this pitch? And the wind causing problems for all kickers on both sides today. Blustery conditions here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium for this Silk Cut Challenge Cup 4th round match. Good juggling out by Kerry. Kerry's through again. Kerry finding his way through. No one in support. Makes the 25. This is Darryl Shelford. Takes the ball in himself. Halifax have players in offside positions who cannot touch him. Shelford gets the ball inside the 10 metres. This is Dave King. Long ball out to Dean Hanger. He's got support if he wants it. Basil Richards drops the ball, puts the ball to ground. That'll be a knock-on. Halifax will get their head and ball in. Huddersfield had good advantage there, just failing to take advantage due to the blustery conditions here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium. The game living up to all expectations of manager and coach George Fairburn. Penalty to Halifax. One of the Huddersfield players moved into an offside position from the scrum. And Halifax bring the ball away once again. Good end-to-end stuff from both teams. This is Moriarty. Paul Rowley gets the ball out to John Fieldhouse, who brings the ball down with his football style and finds Mark Perrott running through. This is Fieldhouse. Gives possession away to Huddersfield live wire hooker Lee Sinclair. Sinclair certainly taking his chance since the injury to Steve Barnett. Dave King gets the ball out to Sinclair. Hanger with the ball now after the long pass from Steve Curry. 25 minutes gone. Fartown 12, Halifax 2. Excellent work from Huddersfield in this first half. Darryl Shelford with the ball. Kick from Kerry. Deep into the Halifax territory. Received by Basil Richards. Penalty to Halifax. He should have stayed 10 metres away while the Halifax man took possession of the ball. It's John Bentley for Halifax. Player of Richards' experience should know that you cannot go for possession of the ball until it has been touched by your opponent. From the kick through. Number 13, Gary Devote, the former Leeds player. Gary Devote and John Bentley both signed for Halifax in 1992 from Leeds. This is Halifax with the ball. Greg Austin's 10 minutes should be up shortly, and Huddersfield will be back to the full strength of 13 against Halifax's 12. Kick through there by Halifax hooker Paul Rowley. Richard Pearson pushes his man off the ball. That'll be a penalty to Halifax on the 20 metres. Bit of eagerness there from the former Halifax apprentice, trying to prove what a mistake Halifax made in letting him go to Huddersfield. John Schuster will have his second penalty attempt of the afternoon from about 18-19 metres out. Huddersfield's last appearance in the final of the Challenge Cup was 33 years ago when 80,000 saw the Fartowners go down 12 points to 6 at Wembley against Wakefield in 1962. A Wakefield team that contained a certain Neil Fox. So John Schuster with the kick. Huddersfield still maintain their 8 points. Huddersfield still maintain their 12 points lead, 8 points lead over Halifax. Huddersfield 12, Halifax 4. 29 minutes gone. Here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium, round 4 of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup. On the road to Wembley. Halifax have made a substitution. Prop forward John Fieldhouse going off, and number 15 Roy Southernwood coming on. And Southernwood gets his first action. Lets the ball slip through his fingers. Paul Moriarty with the ball. Finds number 6 Michael Hagan. Gary Devote. Kick through there for Halifax. Phil Hellawell has time to gain his composure, get the ball and come back in before he's sternly challenged there by number 12 Mark Perrott, ably assisted by Gary Gillespie. This is Ian Thomas, Huddersfield's second try scorer of the afternoon. Dave King with the ball. Half an hour gone. Huddersfield lead 12 points to 4 against Thrum Haulers Halifax. And Greg Austin is now back on the pitch for Huddersfield after serving his 10-minute suspension. Just Taylor finds Kerry. Kerry dips through and finds a way through. Kicks through for Richard Smith to chase. Probably a drop out on the 20 or a tap on the 20. Ball going out after bouncing in play. There's Gary Gillespie. Schuster. And the wind getting somewhat stronger. Huddersfield will have it all to do in the second half against this very, very strong wind here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium, Huddersfield. Paul Rowley takes the ball in himself from the play of the ball. Had support from Richard Smith, kept hold of it. Played the ball after the referee shouted held. You can't do that, that will be a scrum down. Huddersfield will get the head and ball. Paul Rowley claiming that he could not hear the referee due to the noise the crowd are making and the heavy wind that's blowing. This is Dean Anger. Kerry finds Hellowell to Richards. Strong running from Basil Richards. Always gives 100% this man. Dave King, another 110%er. Schuster trying to put the man out to touch. Huddersfield bring the ball back this way. Curry has the ball. Long pass out to Dean Hanger, who's got Austin. Austin finds Shelford, who's got Thomas. Thomas comes inside Richard Smith. Gets the ball back to Shelford. Shelford trips down, falls about a metre out. Good play there by Huddersfield. Good quick thinking from Darryl Shelford, Lee Sinclair and Greg Austin. Greg Austin scores his second try of the afternoon. Quick thinking there from Darryl Shelford. Got up immediately after being tackled a metre out. Lee Sinclair got the ball to Greg Austin, who only had to fall over the line and keep possession of the ball. Good work from the Huddersfield players. And Huddersfield now lead the Premier Team Division team 16 points to 4. Awaiting the kick conversion attempt by Steve Curry. Curry has got 2 out of 3 so far this afternoon. The wind blows the ball off the mound once again. So Kerry with a kick, 34 minutes gone this afternoon here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium. Referee Mr. Campbell calls up for one of Kerry's teammates to come and hold the ball. Darryl Shelford does the honours. Watch your fingers, Darryl. Kerry containing himself, kicks the ball, and after all that pulls the ball wide. So Huddersfield now lead the game 16 points to 4 after 35 minutes on the clock. The Huddersfield supporters vociferously getting behind their team. Schuster with a kick. Ball goes straight out. That'll be a penalty kick to Huddersfield on the halfway line. John Schuster making a unusual mistake for this player. Former All-Black player, of course. Regarded by some as accurate as Wigan's Frano Botica. And John Schuster will have the opportunity to prove that when Frano Botica returns down under at the end of this season. Probably be the most accurate kicker left in the Stones Bitter Championship. Curry went for a cheeky attempt at putting the ball through the posts, but the wind proved too strong and it dropped just wide of the post. So Halifax will get the kick out on the 20-metre mark. Mick Taylor receives the ball. The Claverton goal hits the blue line. Dave King. Good running by King. The Thrum Haulers have won the Cup on 5 occasions, the last time being 1987 when they were the last team other than Wigan. And this is Greg Austin going through. Austin brought down a metre from the line. Ball goes loose. Paul Moriarty gathers and brings the ball out. Good tackle by Lee St Hilaire. Wayne Parker back on the pitch after his 10 minutes sin binning offence. This is Richard Smith. Halifax trying to get the ball out of their own 20. That's four tackles gone. And they're still just outside the 20 now. That's the 5th tackle gone in. Surely this one will be a kick. They're trying to play it out. Halifax caught in possession inside their 30 metres. Hand over to Huddersfield. Dave King looking for where to go. Good work there by Huddersfield, containing Halifax in their own 20 metres for 4 of their 6 tackles, only allowing them out on the last 2 tackles. And Wayne Parker seems to be struggling there in the middle of the pitch, just to add the attention to the Halifax physio. Huddersfield playing with all the self-belief and determination. Parker tackle behind his own line. That'll be a drop out on the 10 metre under the post. Good work by the Huddersfield on-rushing defensive line. As I was saying before, Halifax lost the 88 final to Wigan 32-12. This was the start of the run that has seen Wigan unbeaten for the last 7 seasons in the Silk Cup Challenge Cup competition. Halifax beat St Helens 1918 in the 1987 final, when Halifax fullback Graham Eadie won the Lance Toft Trophy. Huddersfield with the ball once again. Andy Pusel on the 10 metres. Just waiting for the hoot of the first half. Can Huddersfield gain a further advantage by scoring? And Mick Taylor goes over for Huddersfield's 4th try of the afternoon. Confirmation there coming from stadium announcer Mick Rhodes. that Michael Taylor, the former Bradford, Northern and Halifax player, has scored Huddersfield's 4th try of the afternoon against the Halifax team that seemed to be bereft of ideas how to contain these onrushing Huddersfield forwards. The clock showing 40 minutes. Surely this attempt at conversion by Steve Kelly will be the last action of the half. And that one goes in off the post. Thank you, God. And an announcement just come over the stadium there that Beverley, the last non-league team left in the Silk Cup Challenge Cup this season, are leading Batley by 20 points to 18. So we're just playing a bit of injury time that the referee and the hooterman have deemed applicable. Of course, there's been 1 or 2 stoppages for the ball falling off the mound. That may add on 1 or 2 minutes to the 40, which on the stadium clock has shown has expired. So we're just playing injury time and any extra time that the referee and the timekeeper have deemed necessary. This is Ian Thomas with the ball. Oh, bad mistake by Thomas. Instead of finding one of his own players, finds Halifax hooker Paul Rowley. Richard Smith with the ball, brings the ball back towards the Huddersfield line. Huddersfield leading 22 points to 4 in this Silk Cup Challenge Cup 4th round match against the Thrum Haulers from Halifax. John Schuster with the ball. Penalty to Halifax. Holding down there by Huddersfield on John Schuster. Halifax will take the tap. Lost possession, knock on, that'll be a scrum down. No, in fact Mr Campbell has awarded the penalty for grabbing at the ball at the play of the ball. Wayne Parker kicks out to try and get speedy possession. Trying to cut the 18-point deficit here that Huddersfield have. Wayne Parker with the ball, kicks through. Phil Hellawell will chase, brings the ball back into play, brought down just inside the 10. Huddersfield have got to keep possession here before the half-time hooter goes. Fantastic effort this by the Huddersfield players, holding their Premier League opponents, leading by an 18-point margin. Kick through there by Steve Kelly. Ball received by Craig Dean, the Halifax fullback. Plays it inside to Richard Smith. John Schuster with the ball. Finding a way through. No, Basil Richards brings him down. This is Wayne Parker to Michael Hagan. Hagan finds Moriarty. Paul Rowley with the ball. Inside to Hagan. Hagan looking for support. Hard to do when you've got big Andy Pusel hanging around your midriff. Ball out to loose forward Gary Devote. Ball goes loose. Darryl Shelford collects the ball for Huddersfield just outside the 20 metres. Dave King brings the ball back in. The clock has been showing 40 minutes for a long, long time. We've played 5 minutes of extra time by my watch. Huddersfield still bring the ball away once again. This is Hallowell. Hallowell still got forward momentum. Finally brought to ground by Simon Baldwin. This is Pearson. Pearson throws the ball out and Halifax gain possession once again. Roy Southernwood. Southernwood adjudged to have knocked on. We didn't get a hooter. but the linesman and referee have decided enough is enough, and the first half ends. Huddersfield leading by 18 points. Huddersfield lead 22 points to 4. Tries coming, 2 from Austin, 1 from Thomas. Mick Taylor scoring. 3 goal attempts by Steve Kenny have proved over. Halifax reply have been 2 penalty goals by John Schuster. Both teams will be anxious that the second half continues. Halifax wishing to make amends for their first half performance. Huddersfield hoping to hold out against the wind and the Halifax team in the second half. So the two teams come out to resume the encounter of the Gladiators from West Yorkshire. Halifax trailing by 22 points to 4. Referee Mr. Campbell awaits for the kick from John Schuster. Halifax will this half be playing with the advantage of the wind to their backs, and Huddersfield wind to their faces. Mick Taylor there feeling the force of the Halifax on-rushing defensive line. Phil Ellawell. Huddersfield still inside their own 20 from the kick-off. Kerry. Speculative pass out to Dean Hanger, who fetches it outside the 20. Hanger again. Nobody in front of him at the play of the ball. Good thinking there from the young man. Says King. That's a knock-on from Greg Austin. Attempting to dribble the ball, basketball style. Unfortunately, with the shape of the ball we play with in this game, you can't do that, Greg. Parker. Taylor tackling well. This is Roy Southernwood, the Halifax substitute. Penalty. Over the top challenge there from Greg Austin. He wants to behave himself. He's already served 10 in the sin bin. With the wind behind his back, John Schuster will be kicking from every part of the pitch whenever they get penalties. So Schuster lines up his attempt at his third penalty attempt of the afternoon. The kick goes in. And it's accurate. So Halifax start this second half with a penalty kick from John Schuster to lower the deficit from 18 points to 16. Huddersfield now lead by 22 points to 6. Will the 16 points be enough to combat both the on-rushing Halifax team in this second half and the wind? Huddersfield have made a substitution. Number 13, Richard Pearson, has gone off, and number 15, Martin Maiders, has come on. Richard Smith brings the ball in. He's tackled well there by Martin Maiders, who makes his first appearance of the afternoon. Gary Gillespie with the ball. Halifax have started this second half in determined mood, determined to prove that they're not a shambles we saw in the first half. Forward pass. although Halifax were appealing for a bit of a high tackle there. Mr. Campbell, the referee, said no. Forward pass by the Halifax player. We'll have a scrum down for that. So Huddersfield in possession once again. That's Martin Maiders with the ball. Basil Richards charging in at the Halifax line. St-Hilaire finds Curry, finds Hanger. Hanger's got support on the outside from Darryl Shelford. Shelford's got Thomas there if he wants him. Shelford going himself, gets the ball to the 10 metres. Gets up to play the ball quick. Hanger to Curry. Finds Dave King. Dave King goes inside himself, the big man jinking inside. Mistake there from Pusel. Chases on there. Phil Hallowell gets the ball, knocks it back. Simon Reynolds collects inside his own half. He gets up, carries on. This is Simon Reynolds for Huddersfield. Good work there by the Huddersfield winger, Simon Reynolds. From a mistake from Andy Pusel. Hearts came to the throats of the Huddersfield fans. But the Huddersfield players got possession back. This is Dave King on the 20 metres. Good work from the big Aussie. Goes down on the 10. Kerry juggles the ball, goes himself, finds Greg Austin. Austin, of course, on a hat-trick today. Lee St-Hilaire with the ball. Goes down 5 metres out. What can Huddersfield do here? Kick through from Pusel. He's held up. And the Halifax man brings the ball out of his own area. Basil Richards and Dave King combine to bring the Halifax man down within the 10 metres. This is John Bentley. Good work from the British Lions player. Plays the ball to himself. No one was in front of him at the play the ball. Gutsy performance there from the Halifax skipper. This is Simon Baldwin. Failing to let the man up. Parker takes the kick for touch. Halifax in possession. It says Paul Moriarty once again. Moriarty plays the ball. Roy Southernwood finds Simon Baldwin. Good work from Baldwin. Brought down by Huddersfield substitute Martin Maiders. Knock on there by Gary Devote. And Devote ran headfirst into Big Lee St-Hilaire, the Huddersfield hooker. Feels a bit groggy after that one. 46 minutes gone, 6 minutes in this second half. Huddersfield still lead 22 points to 6 in this fourth round of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium, Huddersfield. Martin Maiders with the ball, brings the ball out of the 20. Basil Richards. Pusel passes to Dave King. Good work from the Huddersfield props there. King still going forward, finds Simon Reynolds. Reynolds makes the 40 metres before he's brought down by John Bentley and Michael Hagan. Huddersfield in possession, Huddersfield playing with enthusiasm and confidence that a team 16 points in front deserves to play with. That'll be a scrum down. Head and ball to Halifax. The remaining 32 minutes of this half will seem like an eternity for George Fairbairn and his men. Questions will be asked of them. Will they be able to hold the Premier team? If they've got ambitions of playing in the Premier League next season, they'll have to play against class such as Halifax week in and week out. It's a good test for the Huddersfield team, is this? Says Michael Perrott with the ball. Being driven back by Steve Kerry and Darryl Shelford.
Paul Rowley had an option of Paul Moriarty, decided to go himself. Makes a couple of metres. Meanwhile, Andy Pusel is receiving treatment from the Huddersfield physio. Cruel bounce there for Huddersfield. Moriarty collects the ball, finds Craig Dean. And Thomas collects from a mistake there by John Bentley. Good work from the Huddersfield veteran, Ian Thomas. This is Dean Hanger. Hanger beats the fullback. He goes for the line, goes over between the posts. And you can admire the play there. He showed complete and absolute conviction. Jinking, jiving, beating Craig Dean. Questions must be asked of the Halifax defence. What can they do? They're now playing with a wind to their backs, and they're once again 20 points behind to a second division team, Huddersfield. Steve Kerry is lining up his conversion attempt. And Andy Pusel still receiving lengthy attention from the Huddersfield physiotherapist. Kerry with a kick, an easy one for Steve. Huddersfield now lead 28 points to 6. Yes, 28 points to 6. And Halifax have made 2 substitutions in the break. We've got back on John Fieldhouse, and making his first appearance for the Facts in this game is Craig Turner. Craig Turner has only played for 10 minutes in his entire career for Halifax's first team. There's a lot being asked of this young man, and in that 10 minutes apparently he scored a try. I've been informed by my Halifax contemporary, which theoretically makes Craig Turner Halifax's top try scorer ever. He's played 10 minutes and scored 1 try. And this is Hanger once again. Hanger for the kick through. He's got support from Austin. Ball collected by Craig Dean, Halifax fullback. The Huddersfield fans are chanting, easy, easy, easy. But I'm very sure it's anything from that. Admittedly, Halifax have made some mistakes, but Huddersfield have had to play extremely well to gain their 22-point advantage over the Premier League team. 52 minutes gone on the clock. Huddersfield lead by 8 points to 6. This is John Bentley for Halifax. Halifax. Mistake there by Lee St-Hilaire. Craig Dean with the ball, 20 metres out from the Huddersfield line. This is Wayne Parker. Substitute Southernwood. Craig Turner loses possession to Huddersfield inside the 10 metres. Was a knock on, be a scrum down. Hidden ball to Halifax. Steve Kerry was unfortunate there to knock on after the mistake from Craig Turner, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Halifax inside the Huddersfield 20. This is Turner. Mistake there by Halifax, gives the ball to Simon Reynolds. There's no one in front of him. He's getting cut off there by Parker. Parker, good work there by the Halifax scrum half. Wayne Parker got back to beat Simon Reynolds on the blind side. Hellowell in possession of the ball on the 20. This is Basil Richards. Richards going for the line. He's got support from Austin. Austin got in the way of Steve Carey. Halifax bring the ball once again through Paul Moriarty. John Fieldhouse. Tackled by Dave King. I'm certain he felt that one. He didn't like it. Halifax again. Southernwood. Finds Turner, who finds Richard Smith. Halifax using all their Premiership experience to try and thwart the second division team, Huddersfield. This is Smith. Good determined tackling there by the Huddersfield number 15, Martin Meadows. The Halifax man won't get up from that in a hurry. Paul Rowley felt every inch of that Martin Meadows tackle. And Mr. Campbell penalised the Huddersfield man. Telling the far-town players to calm it down. Richard Smith with the ball. Paul Moriarty inside the 20. This is Fieldhouse for Halifax. Rowley. Rowley being forced back all the time by the Huddersfield defence. Fieldhouse finds Parker. Got support there from Michael Hagan. Knock on there surely. Knock on by Craig Turner, the number 14 for Halifax. .55 minutes gone on the clock, 15 minutes of this second half. Fartown 28, Halifax 6. Huddersfield playing their skins out. They haven't crumbled like they did last time they played against the Premiership team. Of course, that was a thrashing by St Helens. Halifax seem a different prospect and Huddersfield seem to have the bit between their teeth. Andy Pusel driving for the halfway. This is Kerry, finds Hanger. Hanger inside to Dave King. Takes two Halifax men to fetch down the big prop. Dean Hanger with the ball once again. Hanger running for the corner. Has he got the beating of the fullback Craig Dean? Yes, he has! Dean Hanger scores his second try of the afternoon after 56 minutes. And justifiably, Huddersfield players celebrate in style. An excellent run there by Dean Hanger going for the corner. Craig Dean had no chance whatsoever. Steve Carey lines up the kick. Steve Carey lines up the kick, which will put Huddersfield 34 points to 6 in front. Widening the gap all the time. This is an excellent performance by the Huddersfield players. They're doing their coach proud. George Fairbairn must be really proud of his 15 players he's on duty today. And I can see some Halifax supporters walking out of the ground. They've had enough. Kerry with the kick. Kerry makes the kick. An excellent kick there, Frano Botica style. And justifiably celebrates in style with a John Fashnu type windmill arm waving effect. Halifax are looking at all 6s and 7s here, wondering how they can stop the Claverton goal attacks. Wave after wave of attacks is hitting the blue line. Phil Hellawell with the ball. Huddersfield outside their own 20. This is Andy Pusel. Dave King. Kerry decides to kick through. Ball collected by Craig Dean, the Halifax fullback. Looking for support. He's got Richard Smith there. Richard Smith jinking and jiving. Beats Lee St-Hilaire. Brought down by Simon Reynolds, assisted by St-Hilaire. Says Bentley. Ball back into Dean. Richard Smith, the back's working well here for Halifax, trying to build something. This is John Fieldhouse, barges through, barges Mick Taylor off in the tackle. Finally coming down under the attack of Martin Maiders. Oh, chuckles to his friends. This is Wayne Parker. Parker finds Michael Hagan. Michael Hagan goes over for a try. Mr. Campbell awards it. So Halifax cut the deficit there. On 60 minutes, Halifax cut the deficit down to 22 points once again. John Schuster with the attempted conversion. Good work from Parker, finding his half-back partner, Michael Hagan, who just had an easy, simple chance in the gap to score a try. Huddersfield 34, Halifax 10, awaiting the attempt at the conversion by John Schuster, the former All Black. 61 minutes gone on the clock. The crowd's just been announced at a record-breaking 9,338. And John Schuster converts the try. This deficit is now 20 points. Huddersfield 32, Halifax 12. 61 minutes gone on the clock. Huddersfield have won this Challenge Cup on 6 occasions, the first being 1913, the last being 1953. A 15-10 defeat of St Helens was watched by a crowd of just under 90,000 spectators at Wembley. The official crowd of 102,569 that packed into Odsall for the 1954 replay, Warrington versus Halifax, will probably remain a record for all time. On that occasion, Warrington beat Halifax. That crowd, of course, came before any of Justice Taylor's recommendations. The crowd now at Odsall nowhere near the 100,000 mark. Schuster with the ball for Halifax. Still driving in. Brought down by Darryl Shelford. Paul Rowley slips the tackle of Andy Pusel, but Andy Pusel was deemed to be offside. Halifax take the tap penalty instead of a kick. Michael Hagan with the ball. Wayne Parker looking for a way through the Huddersfield line. Good work there by the scrum half. This is John Schuster. Nowhere to go. Gets the ball to substitute Roy Southernwood, who kicks through for Richard Smith. Good collection there by Ian Thomas on his own line. This is Darryl Shelford. Richard Smith's done some good tackling there on that wing. This is Ian Thomas. Lee St-Hilaire brings the ball inside. This is Dave King. 65 minutes gone on the clock. 15 minutes remain of this second half. Huddersfield lead 34 points to 12. Kick through. John Bentley and Craig Dean decide John Bentley will collect the ball. Turns to face the onrushing Claverton goal line. Slips out of the challenge of Greg Austin. Basil Richards chases back. Simon Reynolds puts him down. This is Paul Rowley for Halifax. John Schuster with the ball. Suspicion of a forward pass there, but this is now Halifax bringing the ball forward with Mark Perrott. Michael Hagan going for the line. Michael Hagan goes over between the posts, reducing the deficit to 18 points. Huddersfield lead 34 points to 16. Complaints from the Huddersfield team, who feel they should have had a penalty for a forward pass, but referee Mr. Campbell waves the complaints away. John Schuster should put this conversion over. It's straight in front of the posts. In fact, yes, he does. And that's for the action replay. And the score now, Huddersfield 34, Halifax 18. Huddersfield trying to fetch on a substitute. Ben Barton comes on for the injured Andy Pusel. Ben Barton will play as fullback. Phil Hellawell will move up into the pack. Kerry with a kick. Craig Dean finds Richard Smith on the inside. Smith running and makes the 20 metres. 67 minutes on the clock gone. Huddersfield 34, Halifax 18 here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium in today's game. Good collection there by Darryl Shelford, beating number 14 Craig Turner for the high ball. This is Hellawell. Hellawell on the 10 metres. Huddersfield once again 10 metres out. Offside there awarded to Huddersfield. Halifax caught offside once again by Mr. Campbell and his linesman. Kerry opts to kick for a penalty conversion. Today's attendance 9,348 will fill the coffers of both teams today. So Kerry with the attempted penalty conversion. Today's attendance beating the previous record of 5,534. Set by Huddersfield against St Helens in the Regal Trophy. Steve Kerry puts the conversion over. So with 11 minutes remaining on the clock, Huddersfield now move further in the lead, 36 points to 20. Six goals coming from Steve Kerry. Huddersfield have got 2 tries to Greg Austin, 2 tries to Dean Hanger, Mick Taylor and Ian Thomas getting the other 2. Halifax try scorer Michael Hagan getting 2 tries, and John Schuster with 4 conversions. Craig Dean with the ball for Halifax. This is John Bentley. Was down under the challenge of Greg Austin, his former teammate at Halifax. Richard Smith. Michael Maiders brings the man down with support from Phil Hallowell. 9 minutes left to play. Huddersfield still got that 16-point advantage. Good work there by Greg Austin, forcing back the Halifax man. John Bentley drives the ball in. This is number 11, Simon Baldwin. Goes down just outside the 30. Huddersfield get possession back. Basil Richards brings the ball to the 40 metres. Lee St-Hilaire finds Phil Hallowell. Martin Maiders charging through, brought down by John Fieldhouse. This is Steve Curry, gets the ball to Hallowell. Hallowell had support from Shelford if he wanted it. Shelford tries to break through, has got support from Ian Thomas. Ball brought back, forward pass. Unfortunate that for Huddersfield. The losers of today's competition, besides getting a share of the goods, are guaranteed £2,700 from today's sponsors, Silk Cut. Also, the man of the match for today's game will receive £150 from the said sponsors. In the last game against St Jude's, Huddersfield player Steve Curry received the award. And with his kicking today, he's obviously in line for it once again. Bad mistake there by the 2 Halifax props. Knock on from Fieldhouse from Paul Moriarty's attempted pass. Moriarty consoles his teammate. This is Hallowell with the ball. Hallowell loses possession to Halifax on the 30 metres. Halifax not giving up, trying everything they know, trying to fetch together all their experience against this rampant Huddersfield team. Good work from Simon Reynolds and Dean Hanger. Craig Dean gets the ball from the tackle, back to John Bentley. Bentley's wrapped up there by Lee Sinclair. Linesman saw something. Is calling John Bentley over to him, is Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell telling John Bentley that he should not use the elbows. That doesn't help Lee Sinclair in any way whatsoever. He's having to receive treatment from the physiotherapist. Halifax obviously getting a bit ruffled here by the Huddersfield players. 5 minutes left to play of normal time. Obviously there'll be a little bit of injury time added on at the end of the game. Penalty to Huddersfield. Kerry with a kick. Hello. Sinclair finds Mick Taylor. Unusual mistake there from Taylor, losing the ball under the tackle. Halifax in possession once again. 4 minutes left to play. Huddersfield leads 36 points to 20. Is 4 minutes enough to play? Can Halifax get this 16-point deficit down? Perhaps force a draw at Thrum Hall? Michael Hagan. Good work from Hagan. Hagan being one of the better players for Halifax today. Together with this man, Wayne Parker. Parker driving for the line. Huddersfield hold him up. Inches from the try line. Steps back to Parker. Moriarty, long pass out to Mark Perrett. Mark Perrett finds Craig Turner, I think that went over for Halifax. Yes, in fact, Craig Turner, the substitute, goes over for the try in the corner. His second appearance for the club as a substitute, his second try for the club. I think he's telling the Halifax coaches something there. Give me a first team game. The deficit is now 12 points. John Schuster with the attempted conversion from the far touchline. The kick goes over. 77 minutes gone on the clock. Schuster scored 7 goals this afternoon. The deficit is now 10 points with 2 minutes left to play, plus any injury time that Mr. Campbell deems necessary. And the Huddersfield supporters getting behind their team. Steve Kelly with a kick. Deep into the Halifax territory. Ball collected by Turner. Passed inside to Mark Perrett. 2 minutes left on the clock. Richard Smith for Halifax. Paul Rowley still going forward. Referee says no, I called held, you'll go back. And this is Moriarty. Moriarty passing the ball out there, rugby union style. An expert to that type of tackle, that type of pass during his rugby union days with Swansea and Wales. This is Schuster, finds Bentley. Bentley gets the ball inside to Schuster, but Schuster is already on the ground. That is a knock-on. We'll have a scrum down just outside the Huddersfield 20. Head and ball to Huddersfield. 1 minute left to play. Huddersfield lead 36 points to 26 in this fourth round of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup here at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium, Huddersfield. Huddersfield on their way to a fifth round pairing with another Premiership team. Schuster received a knock on the head there. Hope it's nothing too serious. Huddersfield still in possession. The stadium clock showing time. This is Ben Barton, the young fullback for Huddersfield. Whistles echo around the ground. Mr. Campbell, blow your whistle, they're saying. But of course we all know there is a certain amount of injury time to play. This is Lee St-Hilaire driving for the 20. Interference at the play of the ball once again, holding down. That'll be a penalty to Huddersfield. Lee St-Hilaire takes a knock on the back of the head once again from the Halifax players. Mr. Campbell says hold up time. Kerry will kick for the 2 points. So as we wait for Steve Kerry to attempt this penalty kick, we've just heard that Dean Hanger has been awarded the man of the match by the press and will receive a commemorative trophy and a cheque for £150 from today's sponsors, Silk Cut. Kerry with the kick. The clock showing 80 minutes. Injury time left to play, whatever Mr. Campbell says. This is the kick, here it comes. He pulls it inside this near side post. The kick will not count. The deficit still 10 points. Huddersfield lead 36 points to 26. And there's a number of fans leaving the ground. I think they'll all be Halifax fans. I can't see any Huddersfield fan wanting to leave today's game early. The kick. The collection, Martin Maiders brings the ball in once again for Huddersfield. A slip there by Kerry. Question is how much longer will Mr. Campbell wish to play this second half? He played 5 minutes in the first half. The second half is ticking away. The clock shows 80 minutes. Huddersfield lead 36 points to 26. They still have possession of the ball on the 20-metre line. And Phil Hallowell breaks his way through. He had support from St-Hilaire if he wanted it. That's the 5th tackle. Martin Maiders bursts through but drops the ball on the process of going down. That'll be a tap on the 20 metres. Wayne Parker finds Richard Smith. Smith breaks his way through. Finds Craig Turner and Stern finds Mark Perrott. Perrott runs a good 30-40 yards. Loose ball there. Halifax still in possession. Ball back to one tackle. This is Hagan, finds Parker, Bentley with the ball. The Huddersfield fans are whistling for time. The clock showing 80 minutes. Schuster gets the ball inside to Simon Baldwin, who's brought down. On the line, carry on, says Mr. Campbell. John Fieldhouse goes over for the try. Halifax get the deficit down to 6 points. It's now Huddersfield 36, Halifax 30. Waiting the conversion attempt of John Schuster. We've played 5 minutes injury time at the end of this exciting 4th round Challenge Cup tie. Schuster misses that kick. So Fieldhouse's try counts. The deficit is now 6 points. How much longer will Mr. Campbell play today at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium? Surely time is up. We're waiting for the hooter. We didn't get one in the first half. Are we going to get one in the second half? Has somebody forgotten the hooter? Knock on there by Schuster. Halifax turning the scrum. They'll have to straighten up before Mr. Campbell lets the ball go in. Huddersfield get possession. This is Curry. Seven minutes played in this second half of injury time. And there goes the hooter! Finally, after 7 minutes injury time, Huddersfield have won a famous victory. 36 points to 30, knocking out their Premiership rivals Halifax. The Thrum Haulers, the writing was on the wall after only 8 minutes when Greg Austin put Huddersfield 4 points in front against his former team. Further tries came from Thomas, Austin once again, Taylor, Dean Hanger got a couple, Steve Kerry kicked 6 goals. In reply, Halifax scored 4 tries. John Schuster kicked 7 penalties and conversions. The final score tells it all. Huddersfield come over to see their fans, to thank them for their adulation in front of a crowd of 9,348. Huddersfield are through to the 5th round of the Challenge Cup. The 500-1 outsiders have knocked out the 12-1 4th favourites, 36 points to 30. The players of Huddersfield will remember this day for a long, long time. The photographers try and get the players together for a team photograph. It will be adored in all the press on Monday morning. The Rugby League Express and the local press will all have a photo of this triumphant Huddersfield team, the Claret and Gold, Fartown, having the 5th round of the Cup for more years than anyone can care to remember. An excellent performance by George Fairbairn's men against Premiership team Halifax. This has been Stephen Morelli together with cameraman Nigel Schofield bringing you Huddersfield's 36 point to 30 win over Halifax. Good night, God bless, see you in the 5th round.